It's September 1st, about 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm just doing a video here about the solar dehydrator that I built this summer, and just really happy with its performance, and I wanted to share it with other people. So right now inside the solar dehydrator, we've got a temperature of almost 45 degrees, and you can see the probe is inside the frame. I'm just going to go ahead and pull that out and let it sit at room temperature while I talk about some other features, and I'll come back and check out what the temperature is outside, so you can see the probe just hanging there. So anyways, it's a really simple design. It's just a sheet of 1/2-inch plywood that's been wrapped with galvanized low rib metal. All the stuff has been recycled except for the 18 gauge black metal and the stainless steel screen. So we've got 1/2-inch plywood that's been wrapped in galvanized metal, salvaged 2x4 that was ripped in half to make the frames, 18 gauge lids that act as heat conductors, and then just some regular wall poly. I think it's about 18 mil wall poly that was stapled to a 1x4 frame to act as a greenhouse effect. So anyways, these are just removable lids. They act as a greenhouse effect, similar to when you close your car windows and you're inside and it gets hot. They help to trap any heat inside the frame and act as a buffer. If the sun goes behind a cloud, the temperature doesn't drop a whole bunch, and it really does jump the temperature up. So anyways, then the next stage down is just these 24-inch by 24-inch square 18 gauge sheet metal that I painted black as heat conductors. And then we get right into the guts here. So these are just like I said, 2x4s, salvaged 2x4s that were ripped in half to make these frames. They were dadoed on the bottom, or sorry, rabbeted on the bottom, so that the screen fits in, and then the screen just attaches on there. This is food grade stainless. I'll post the mesh size down below in the comments if anybody's interested in the details. And then yeah, below this is just low rib metal, and so basically how it works is sunlight bounces through the plastic, hits this black surface, it's transferred into heat, and then that heat radiates down and dries whatever you have inside. In this case, it's apples. They're actually a bit overdone. I should have taken them out this morning, but they taste really good. These just came off the tree 3 days ago. And then I've been doing lots of experiments on drying stuff. It takes about 3 days for apples, 3 days for Saskatoons. These are some buffalo berries that were just put in yesterday. They're still drying a little bit. I've done nectarines, cherries. They didn't last very long. They're really good. Peaches, and yeah, so far it works great. I've had the temperature as high as 55 degrees inside on a hotter day earlier in the year when the sun was higher. So right now you can see the temperatures at 28 degrees Celsius, and the probe is just sitting at out in the ambient temperature here. So I mean, the temperature that you need to dry food properly in a commercial dehydrator is anywhere from 50 degrees Celsius to 60, and it is a bit lower than that on a day like today, but normally it's right around that 50 degrees Celsius mark, and it works really, really good. It's really simple. The reason why I like these removable lids is that you can stack it all up really easily. This whole thing's on wheels, coasters. So at night, when the sun goes down, I just open up the garage door, wheel it inside. Then if it rains, or you don't have to worry about animals coming in, bugging things. And with the design, the way it is, these flat metal plates create a seal on this flat surface here so that no insects or anything can get inside the fruit. Other designs for solar dehydrators don't really work very well. So yeah, it's really, really simple to build. Anybody with basic carpentry skills and some simple tools. All I used was, you know, tin snips, table saw, and a skill saw. Anybody can make this. Another thing that I like about having it, you know, totally flat and on wheels is that you can orient it to the sun as the sun changes around during the daytime, so you can increase the efficiency. I mentioned before that, you know, we just wheel it inside the garage there. If you want, if you're not doing berries or things that roll around, you can just make some simple wedges that you can you know, push under so that you can actually get a bit of height difference from the front to the back. And that way, these slots here, they'll actually allow air, you know, hot air rises, so it'll actually create a very slight air current that will increase the your dehydration. But like I mentioned, for berries, it makes it difficult for them to stay put, at least for the first part. So other than that, it's like I said, it's a really simple design. I'll talk a little bit more about in the blog post about why we chose to do this as opposed to some of the other downdraft or the airtight dehydrators, but we're really happy with this one so far. Yeah, the fastest that we've dried things is about 2 days. The longest is, you know, 3.5 days, and it's, you know, it's free. We've done about 50 or 60 pounds of Saskatoons. Only a handful of apples so far, but you know, we're gearing up so that all of our fruit trees are going to be producing like crazy in the next few years. And I think this is going to be a really important piece of technology for us on our farm here.